How does potato blight spread? If you are curious about how potato blight spreads and its connection to Irish history and the Irish Famine, you are in for an informative journey. Potato blight is caused by a tiny organism known as Phytophthora infestans. This organism is not a true fungus but behaves similarly to one. It thrives in warm and humid conditions, which are common in Ireland, especially during the summer and early autumn months. The spread of potato blight begins when spores from this organism land on potato plants. These spores are incredibly small and can travel long distances through the air. Wind can carry them from one field to another or even across regions. When the weather conditions are just right, warm temperatures combined with high humidity and rain, the spores germinate and start to infect the leaves and stems of potato plants. You may notice dark, water-soaked spots on the leaves, often accompanied by a white, fuzzy growth underneath. These signs indicate that the blight is taking hold. Once the disease infects the plant, it spreads rapidly. Rain can wash the spores from the infected leaves down into the soil, where they can infect the potato tubers, which are the edible parts of the plant. Infected tubers develop dark, rotting patches and can quickly turn to mush, making them inedible. Even potatoes that appear healthy at harvest can rot later during storage if they were exposed to the disease. This means that the impact of potato blight can extend well beyond the initial infection. The situation is made worse by the fact that the pathogen can survive in infected tubers left in the ground or in coal piles. When new plants sprout from these infected tubers, the cycle of infection can begin anew. This is why farmers take care to remove and destroy any leftover potatoes from previous harvests. For those interested in Irish history, understanding how potato blight spreads is essential to grasping why the Irish famine was so devastating. Ireland relied heavily on a single potato variety known as the Irish lumper. This lack of genetic diversity meant that when blight struck, it wiped out crops across the country, leading to widespread hunger and hardship. Today, if you visit a farm or historical site in Ireland, you might see modern methods used to prevent blight. Farmers practice crop rotation, use potato varieties that are resistant to blight, and apply fungicides. These practices are direct responses to the lessons learned from the famine and aim to protect crops from this destructive disease. Understanding the spread of potato blight not only highlights a significant agricultural challenge but also connects to a crucial chapter in Irish history.